Hello?
Colin, we have a job for you.
I told you, I'm out of the game.
It's a big one. It's the SSE Arena in Belfast.
Listen, I've already done 5 sold-out shows at the SSE Arena. Would a 6th show not be overkill?
Colin, give the people what they want.
Fair enough. I'm on my way. Ah! It's me,
Who?
Colin Geddes.
I've never heard of you.
Mate, I've done the SSE about 5 times, for fuck's sake.
Oh, why, you're the one who wears the hats and all?
Yes.
The beardy one?
Well, kinda, yeah.
Aye, the big fat baldy bastard.
Mate, just take your dick out of your hand and open the fucking door. Jesus Christ.
Haha, what a veggie.
Overkill! Overkill! Overkill!
Who's that by?
Really slow motion, Deadwood. Oh yeah, dude, we're really slow motion. Oh, fuck it.
Oh, why? That's giving me a wee touch. I turned over. Are we recording?
We can be.
I have a route.
Just the smoke going across
Aye.
the floor of the waterfront.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Tommy.
Just people like fucking just up behind someone, grab their face.
Yeah, what's up, motherfucker?
Ellie Stevenson, yeah.
Here's a couple of these. It's just me singing.
You ever been your eighth wank and fucking Jesus, like fat of cheese?
My dad's a bit of a character.
Swear to God, funniest sentence I've ever heard.
I moved this microphone out of the way. You think I look fat?
Oh, don't start that. Don't restart the troubles. Are we rolling? Yeah. Keep all that in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the General Banter podcast. My guest today, Micky Bartlett.
G'day, cunt.
G'day, cunt.
How you doing,
How's it
cunt?
going, cunt?
It's nice to be back in the Emerald Isle.
He's back from Australia.
Nothing's changed. Exactly the same bloke as I was before I left here.
The broth of water.
I've got a bit of a tan. You can see.
Oh, the man's he's like a different guy.
I've been in the sun, plenty of vitamin D, the entire time within Australia. And I've had a nice fucking rest in peace, Rolf Harris.
Oh yeah, were you over there when he died?
No, I was here masturbating.
Can you tell what it is yet?
That's ectoplasm.
What it is yet? It's dehydration.
Let's come, Ralph. Ralph.
Yeah.
Ralph.
Don't disrespect the man like that. I just loved entertain. No, it was more like known child sex offender and entertainer. Anyway, welcome to the podcast, Mike. Welcome back. It's good to have you home now. So it is. You may well have seen a promo for the SSE Arena there playing at the start of the podcast. Your boy's lost his mind and is doing it again.
Full room, big one.
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know. I was going to do 5, what do you call it, telegraphs, and then I did the live podcast in the Telegraph, and I was like, this place is an absolute fucking kip. Can't bring people here. Can't bring people right here.
You can't go down, like when you've gone from a comfy green room in the SSE, you can't go back to like...
Well, they have a comfy green room too, but you know, the punters are still, you know, pishing in a portal. One of them triangular ones where you're like...
Staring at another man. Yeah. Yeah, you spend the whole time trying to avoid that one bit of spit. When somebody's heckled in a fucking urine, and you're
I would, I hate the term, but like intrusive thoughts would make me just eyeball the guy. You know, I would be like, this is so awkward. I'm just gonna overdo it. Just be like, right, mate.
Yeah, I would start
doing that fucking piss fart that you do.
I'd start walking back, like pissing hair, just looking at him.
Or just go right up beside him pissing his little...
Do you ever see Ghostbusters, cunt?
Ghostbusters can't.
Which is on Pornhub now.
So yeah, we're doing SSE, you're doing a waterfront. When's that?
13th of October.
How many times have you done that now?
Just the once.
Oh, really?
Just last year, yeah. But this one's close to selling out, so there's talk of a second night.
Is there?
Let's chat about
When is it again?
13th of October.
Jesus Christ.
So there's talk of it now.
They're gonna... When are they putting a second one on? Are they putting a second one on?
Maybe, I don't know.
The Mickey 2 shows over here.
Maybe a bit tight to try and sell the second one out, don't know. We'll see. I'm also doing the Millennium Forum, 7th of October. If you're from Derry. Taking on the big room that day. You know, just fucking why not?
Derry.
Millennium Forum.
Hi.
I have psoriasis.
Hi, is this psoriasis? Do you get a bit of D on it? Do you get a bit of vitamin D?
Pretty much gone now. It's a wee bit dry from the fucking long flights.
The long flight.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty much away. Fucking fixed it. But just look after your gut health, folks. That's all it needs.
Just explain to me gut health.
So this is a
Healthy gut. I'm a fucking healthy gut, all right.
So I just started taking like...
What's a leaky gut?
Well, that's what I have. So I think. So, because obviously I had to learn this from a YouTube video as opposed to an actual doctor. I ain't got time to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
So I think leaky gut's basically there's like breakdowns in the line of your intestines, and then when there's like basically like broken down food and weird shit like that starts to leak out, and then your body's like, what the fuck's that shit, and then it causes an autoimmune response, hence the psoriasis.
Oh my God.
So I just started fucking probiotics, vitamin D, fucking omega 3s, and L-glutamine, and I double dose them every day.
Double drop?
Double drop. I haven't had a cold in 2 years. True story. But I'm usually
Cold's least of your worries.
usually a sniffly bastard.
Your body's like cold. No time for it.
Absolutely not.
No time
Do you know
for
what
it. The fucking burgers are
there's
leaking out.
way more shit to do.
Hey, cold, get to the back of the queue
I know.
here.
Hey, Captain Sniffles, take the day off. because hey, Captain Sniffles, you work in the anus tonight. Oh, good. Why do I gotta go to the anus every time?
Sniffles, move down the queue. We're bleeding today.
Stop leaking out the nose, stop leaking out the gut, you motherfucker.
Guy's just leaking. I'd love to see, you know, one of those, I wouldn't love to see it, but you know, one of those crime scene fucking things where like, he was dead in here for 3 weeks. I'd like to see your leakage, you know?
Yeah.
It'd just be like a puddle.
It would look like a fucking half-eaten pot noodle. Be all gravy. Be all brown water.
Like an unmixed pesto.
Yeah. Just,
A bit lumpy still.
that's weird. He didn't even eat sweet corn.
A lot of fluid coming out of you when you're. I made the mistake of like Googling that one day. It was
Oh,
just,
really?
It was just like I was like, did someone get like hit with a fucking bazooka here? And they're like, no, just died in a seat. No one found them, and they just up the walls.
Is that one of, that happened? Was it Milltown? There was a point where they were like, "Oh, we're in a bit of trouble here because all the fucking coffins and all the bodies started decomposing at a very rapid rate, and it was leaking out of the coffins."
Where
So there
did
was
you hear that?
it was in the news it was a couple of years ago. There was some weird shit about like they were like
Up next,
There's-
reports from Milltown that liquefied zombies are falling out of the.
and now Julian,
Jeez,
that fucking Tara.
wild thought. You ever heard the like of it in your life?
It was down in Milltown there. It smelled like fucking Les McDonald's cunt.
Oh. Now on the UTV, liquefied zombie. Nah, get me burnt the fuck.
Aye, absolutely.
I'm not in a crematorium publicly.
I want to be mounted like a Viking. Yeah.
Build a pyramid, you know, with a sacrificial area.
Yeah.
The helipad on the top and just fucking it.
Yeah.
Just in the flames.
So fuck's the bone. Just napalm.
Yeah, I watched the first half of Apocalypse Now the other day. Exciting.
I've only seen the first half. I fall asleep. Pretty much.
Did you get through it in one go now?
Oh,
Did you?
I set aside the time.
Did you?
And it's a shame because I'm a big fan of Brando. Like,
Well, he's not in it. He's not in it till later on. I haven't even got the Brando. I'm still at fucking napalms and.
because that was the thing, wasn't it? Where he was fat as fuck, which is why it's when he's in the movie, he's in the dark and like in a cave because they're like we can't show how fucking fat you've got. You're meant to be this badass fucking general.
Yeah.
He says, well, I don't know. Turns out the apocalypse happened yesterday and I just ate everything. So do what you gotta do.
Does he even do that voice?
That's how he talks. That's exactly how he talks.
In that movie, though?
Pretty, I think
Is
so.
that not very Godfather type thing?
No, but no, the Godfather's like,
That was the same. That was
you know,
the same
it
as
wasn't.
the
It was
first
different because he talks kind of like that. Like,
He's like, yeah, I went on Alaska and I went up to a Native American and said, you want to come to the Alaskans? And
I'm gonna have to look it up here. You can't show this, obviously. Let me see. Brando.
just go Brando interview, and you'll.
Is there a movie where he's rubbing butter up someone's arsehole? What movie is that?
The movie my brain plays.
Is there not like
Streetcar named Ramona? I can't believe it's not The Godfather.
Apocalypse Kai? Let me see. Here he is on something there. It's 58 minutes long, Christ almighty.
The Island of Dr. Lolo.
I always wondered why you did that.
I don't know.
Looked at them or said it?
Yeah, said it.
He was absolutely gorgeous when he was younger.
Oh.
And say nothing.
I love when people really let it go. Like,
Absolutely. Him and like Oliver Reed, who was still kind of fucking good looking.
aye, but he
when
was the big piss head.
Yeah,
like,
but
wasn't
back
he?
in the day, he was a fucking handsome devil.
It's a dreamboat.
Jeez, you watch Oliver and you pull the dick of yourself.
But I love he's still sexy even though he's bald.
Oh, he's
and
still
stuff,
sexy there.
you know.
He was still kind of sexy when he got real fat as well.
Knowing somebody.
I don't know. Fuck actors anyway.
I
Every time
know.
you see an actor take himself seriously, like, shut up, bitch.
Right. It's playing pretend, cunt. Do you know what I mean?
everybody else does the work and then it gets to me and I say, thank you. Thank you very much.
What I really thought that was important about the character was that, you know, he's not actually a bad man.
Yeah.
He's a man dressed in a bad outfit, and that was something I thought I really had to take to the screen.
Shut up, Julie. I seen the fucking like a reunion of Friends. It was on TikTok or something. Then they all walk into the empty set that they used to film
Right.
in, and they're all, you know, it's Jennifer Aniston. She's like, oh my god, she's crying, and then all the rest of them, and then Joey just walks in, like he's just like, this moral yet not. This absolute just fucking fella.
Eat the arm sandwich. Fuck storm, like.
Big fucking ketchup down the short sleeve stripy shirt. Worst shirt.
Aye.
Where do you buy that in
And
LA?
He's
That's
doing
what I
the
looked at him.
proper, like, because as we both know, he's doing the proper fat man folding his arms, like just resting on his belly.
Wow.
Nobody can see my gut.
Wow. But yeah, there's something about that short sleeved, horrible shirt. Like, I didn't know there was a Marks and Spencer's in Los Angeles, but he's managed to get his hands on it.
That's a Dunn's shirt, like.
He's put
It's
it
an
on, he's
absolute Dunn
like,
shirt.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah. I like that. Ooh.
Could you be any more Irish?
And then fucking and I'll fucking Chandler
Tell
comes
you-
in, just no nostrils.
Aye.
Just a fucking.
And I tell you what's also weird in English, his name is Matt the White. Which I mean,
I bought that paint before.
do you know what I mean? That's
I have a bathroom to do. What do you want, Matt? The white?
Matt the White sounds the token guy in BLM. Yeah. Who's this motherfucker? That's Matt.
Yo, don't
the
touch
White.
him, man. He's cool. That's Matt the White. Look at that shirt, man. That's the whitest shit I ever seen in my life. Doness. I went to be an Italian there. Donestos. He got the fucking, he bought that pack of sausage rolls.
So good a shirt.
It's classy, you know what I mean?
It's made with the finest of polyester, huh? 99% of polyester. It's a good shirt. A good short. He's been here a while. I tell you, I saw Matt the White wearing a lovely short and a dogs. He had a lovely pair of trousers on him too.
Lovely pair of slacks.
Oh, do you want a vape? What are you doing?
I had to see this the other day. Who is this guy? I don't know if he's in a thing or whatever. Just talking about funny accents. This guy is doing an ad for Spa. I don't know who he is. He must be a model or something. He's
Right.
not, or maybe he's like a fucking ice hockey player or something. I don't know what he does. But listen to this guy's accent.
This
Oh,
is
shit.
Northern Ireland. We're going to show you why. Tucked away in the Spar Titanic is the Green Deli. For the better part of the last 6 years, this has been a go-to spot of mine for both breakfast and lunch. Friendly staff, fresh ingredients, and unmatched variety. Look no further for a fast, cost-friendly bite to eat than the Green Deli at the Spar Titanic. Match this with a cup of coffee, maybe a sweet treat, and hopefully some sunshine, and that's you sorted on your next lunch break. You can totally see why this is deemed the best Spar in all of Northern Ireland.
The best spar.
But he just lets it go at the minute. Like, you know.
Rumor has it,
Get that in the
all of Northern Ireland. We're going to show you why.
Sort yourself out with
Tucked
a
away
nice
in the Spar
breakfast.
Titanic
Fucking
is
get
the
that
Green
in there in your fucking
For the better
self
part of the
day, lad.
last
Know what I
6
mean?
years, this has been a
I came to the Spar Titanic and I asked Tina for a full soda. And,
Is it? I mean, does it mention who? He must be an ice hockey player.
yeah,
is
he
he?
must be.
You know, far too sexy to be knocking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that.
Match this with a cup of coffee, maybe a sweet treat, and hopefully some sunshine. And that's you sorted on your next lunch break.
Aren't you short on your next lunch break, lad? Know what I mean?
No problem. Make it that fucking a knee.
I was in Dublin the other day, and this is very me behaviour. I had a hotel room booked, and then I did those 3 shows, and you know when you're like I was this is what happens to you, Michael, when you have children. Now I was like, I'm knackered anyway. Do I just fucking drive home and be home, or do I like try and squeeze in pints and be dying and drive home?
Aye.
You know what I mean? And I had a hotel booked and everything. I'd been in it, and I was just like, I'll just go home.
Aye.
I was like, fuck it, because I'll be dying, and then I'll have to drive tomorrow, and I'll be fucking double fucked. But I called in this little Centra to just get like water and stuff, bro. Fully operational deli all night.
Fuck yeah.
Woo! Couldn't get over it.
Was that in Dublin or was that like?
It was in Dublin.
Yeah.
I walked in. I
There's
was
a
like,
couple of
what
you, like,
in
fucking-
what in John Bonds is this?
Fully stacked, clean and all.
Clean.
Yeah.
Guys working there.
There's one of those at the. Is it the Barack Obama Plaza
Oh, aye.
coming to Galway, where it's the full shebang,
Oh, aye.
like the
Baristas.
aye panini, you know.
Panini. Focaccia.
Ah, well,
Don't even
bless-
forget
bless
Japanese.
you.
But I went there. But to talk about a fuck about of like, there was like a Indian fella behind it, and he's like, "What can I get for you?" I didn't have the accent,
Aye.
and I was like, "I might just get when in Rome, give me an old chicken fillet roll." But I feel like he could, I'm like, I bet you're a great at cooking,
Aye.
but you're so good that you can't step back to the level that I need right now. Because he made an absolute dog's dick of the sandwich.
Aye.
He tucked the wrapper into the middle of the baguette and, all,
Aye.
and rolled it over. And I was like, man, I bet you if I asked you to fucking knock me up a dal,
Aye.
you'd be all over it. But now, this is below your station
Aye.
right now.
It pisses me off when you see someone who. Do you ever, when you get a burrito made by somebody who's clearly better at what to do,
Oh,
and you're like, you've done too much of this.
yeah, just fucking slap it into
Aye.
the thing for
Just,
me. Like.
yeah, just hand me it unwrapped and I'll just pour it in. Like the end of a bag of crisps. Ah.
There was like a big display. This is obviously for tourists where they have like share bags of popular southern crisps, rancheros. You know what I mean? Things
Yeah.
like that, banshee buns.
Honky dories, no?
But a fella walked. I was looking at them and I was like, because you want to bring home a souvenir, like so. It's either the fucking down south chocolate, whatever the fuck that is. That drives me nuts, by the way. Oh God, got the dairy milk. Hey,
Aye.
same.
You
know?
Yeah, I do enjoy bringing a souvenir home as well. Like, look what I got you, pet. Empty bag of potato.
And that's what they look like next time you're down there.
Smell that there, look. That's nice.
But I walked up, right, and I was staring at them, and a fella walked up beside me without looking at me. He looked like he was a waiter or something on his break. Without looking at me, he just goes, and he was like northern accent. He goes, "Fuck me, the price of that there, would you?" And I was like shocking. He was, "Fuck, he wouldn't find me paying that sort of money for a fucking crisp." He didn't even look at me. He just grabbed them, and walked away. It was like he could sense.
Aye.
He's like, I can sense I can give off this, man.
Aye,
That man's all $3.90 for a packet of rancheros.
Get the fuck.
for a fucking bacon fry zero is what it's like.
Do you know what I got in Australia? It was
Suck that! No,
I wish. It was like fucking
can't.
fuck me off, you can't.
Fuck off, you can't.
It was like fucking. They were basically like what's it like cheese puffs,
Aye.
but they were habanero fucking chili flavor.
Oh my God.
Jesus, I've never had a crisp make me actually sweat before.
Hot?
Fucking roasting.
Oh my
And
God.
I couldn't stop eating them. Come back after a couple of pints, be like, I'll have one. And it was like a big fucking, like a big giant bag. I'll just watch a wee bit of TV.
Is it the size of a Watson or is it a bit more?
Bigger than a Watson. It was like a giant Watson, but then spicy as fuck.
Jesus Christ, lad.
Am I what I'm thinking about them? Jesus.
You had to squeeze them back in the bag on the way home?
No, I couldn't squeeze them in anything because they came flying out of my hole the next day.
One at a time?
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Like airsoft?
It's hard to count liquid. I don't know
How long's a piece of bowl of water?
I don't know how many units that is, but let me tell you something. Fucking toilet paper looked like there was a xenomorph in the room, just started melting.
What were the travel shits like? Do you ever get that constipated thing when you fly?
I have had a couple of times. I had I wasn't too bad this time. I know I got food poisoning last time I came back. I had something in Doha and I had 2 days of just fucking just spinning.
What was it? Was it?
It was a chicken curry wrap, And I bit into it and immediately went, that's not heated up properly. And then rather than take it back, I just took 3 or 4 more bites to look polite. And then I bended. And
In a place like Doha, they're probably like, it is not heated.
yeah, it was
Like, that is the temperature of the sandwich.
Yeah, we leave outside for 2 minutes and it
so
heats up from the inside out.
It's roasting.
It's very, very warm.
Born a Matthew.
Scalp a hole here.
Is Doha the one with the toilets where they've just got the hole in the floor? Where's that?
they're-
Abu Dhabi?
Abu Dhabi's.
Abu Dhabi's got
Yeah.
the open shitter.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't do it.
Nah.
I've went through Abu Dhabi a couple of times. I've just been like, I'm just gonna have to wait.
It's the one, I've told this story before, but it's the one time where I exerted a bit of I'm a big, aggressive white Western male. Mm-hmm. When I was down for a shite. And, and obviously everyone's queuing up for the normal toilet and it opened and I just went, move.
Aye, things are happening.
Literally fight me.
I was fucking a bit more careful about eating the airplane food this time. There was
Who were you flying with?
Qatar. Qatar. So yeah, because there was a couple. I think it's the long flight. So between Doha and Melbourne, they feed you like 4 times because it's like a 14-hour flight.
Fuck me.
And by the time you get to the 3rd meal, and you sound like Jerry Seinfeld, but you're like, why does this taste why does this mac and cheese taste the same as that sausage and mash?
Yeah.
And you just start going, I got really sickened. Do you know what I mean?
I remember us getting that Austin flight and we were so late for the flight that it was the only time where I was like fully reliant on everything they were giving me.
Aye.
Because I was like, I haven't eaten, haven't drank, and I was just like, can I please get another glass of water? You know, when you're fucking get the pop out your mouth.
Aye.
I was like, I ain't gonna die here. And they just get you that warm glass of water. But I needed the food. Like I was like, I'm fucking starving here.
Who did you fly with when you went to?
BA.
Is there free drinking on? Is there? Yeah.
Is there?
Class.
Did we drink on that flight?
I think we had a few cans.
A couple of cans. I can't drink on flights or anything like that. I think I
love
can.
it. I fucking love it. Flying out to Melbourne, from Doha to Melbourne, I was going to I was going to upgrade. So I was like, how much is it to upgrade to business class? And the girl was like, $2.5 grand. I was like, I'll be alright.
It's not technically business.
But then the fucking plane was half empty, so I rode it myself. And I was that excited I couldn't sleep.
Oh yeah.
I was like, this is so built a wee fort, got all the blankets and pillows and stuff, and then just spent the whole flight watching Hamilton going boom. Have a whiskey and coke, please. Like rat horsed.
Oh my
by the time I
God.
got to Melbourne, slept like a baby. It was class.
Unbelievable. What a luxury to get the full
Man,
rack.
it was fucking great.
I hate. We've been to I think we were flying to Vietnam or something, and got that to Dubai.
Aye.
You know, I was like, oh, this mustn't be this busy a flight. You know, got the full thing, and thinking on the way back it was going to be the same. I was like, oh, sure, there's loads of flights back and
Aye.
forward, and I'm sure half of them are half empty. And got on the second one, rammed, and it was a shitter plane with less room on it. And I was like, oh god, I'd have easily swapped it.
That last year when I was coming back from Doha to here, which was about 7 hours, and or was it the long flight? No, I tell a lie, it was the fucking Sydney to Doha flight last year, so 14-hour one. And I was in the middle, and there was a guy with a kid. The kid was just hyper as fuck. His wife was in front of them with a wee infant baby that was having a screaming competition with another infant over here, and a fucking Hungarian woman, wee fat dumpy fucking bitch. And she was at the aisle, completely forgot
Hungry is right.
No, the etiquette. You're at the aisle, you get one armrest, and I get 2 of them.
Yeah.
And just fully fucking spread her big fucking back fat out all over the place. I sat like that for 14.5 hours.
Yeah, I hate that.
And by the time I got off, I couldn't even lift my fucking luggage. Like I was just fucking
locked up.
absolutely fucked. And so angry. I was that angry even when I was asking for it. I was trying to get drunk to pass out. Couldn't do it. I was trying anything just to be like, I'm going to have a fucking hissy fit.
Yeah. I know, because were you bigger than her, physically? You should, that should be the rule.
Aye.
I'm bigger, fucking move.
Yeah.
I don't fit in anything though.
Because I've got short arms. So to be honest, the armrests don't really make a difference.
You can't reach the armrests.
I can get them at the back, but the rest of the time I'm just like, well, I'll just keep these here.
Yeah, I fucking hate that. I'd pay more money to just be able to stand in that wee area.
100%. If you could just let me walk up and down the aisle all night.
Just doing the fucking yoga and all, on the spot. Couple of stretches, set my arse for a minute.
Aye.
The seats are fucking nightmare. It's I used to think people wearing those compression socks and all. I was like, oh, what sort of fucking arsehole are you? And now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, I might just wear them anyway.
Yeah.
keep the blood pumping.
I think you're alright if you get up and walk about. Like, you're not too bad. But there's been a couple of times where, like, if I'm in a middle seat, you feel the pressure of the person who's at the aisle to get back quickly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's most people I find are like, all right, you're going for a walk, no problem, I'll just wait till you come back. But there's been other times where I've had somebody stand and wait until I get back.
Yeah.
And they're like,
yeah, you're hanging out the toilet doors. 2 seconds.
just 3 minutes.
3 or 4 more wipes and I'll be finished. I'm trying to vape in here, to be honest with you.
Trying to have a wank and a shade and vape at the same time.
Did you see that? Did you see? They should have a name for that.
The Grand Slam.
The Grand Slam.
The trifecta.
Triple threat. Did you see that video of that girl with like the fucking gargantuan hole trying to like sneak through a plane? And she was like, why? They need to make planes bigger. And everyone was just like, oh, you know.
Aye.
They need to
make planes.
An airline needs to work around the fact that you've got an absolute shelf for a hole.
I've seen somebody else talking about that a couple of years ago.
What about tall people? Tall people have just been shit on for years on a plane.
It's fucking, I don't know, as you know, as body positive as we all try to stay as 2 fat men, there hits a point where you're going, they need to make planes bigger. It's definitely a you problem, like.
Yeah, when you start to be like this, needs to be bigger, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't fit into a family saloon, that's a disgrace.
But this is
too right, fatto.
Is right, you fat bastard. I'll play this just for the day.
If you are ugly, you are ugly. Stop talking about inner beauty. Men do not walk around with the X-rays to see your inner beauty.
Motherfuckers taking no prisoners.
Like, fucking should be right. That's everyone's problem these days. Everyone's like, I don't want any, like hardships in my life at all for my own mental health.
Aye.
Sort it out. Work around me. I just don't want to be inconvenienced ever.
Aye.
Don't offend me.
I feel your inner beauty now, pet. I feel it now.
All inner beauty is the same when you're clawing it.
Everybody looks the same, the lights off. Huh?
Everyone's pink. What was that? Everyone's pink on the inside. That was
everybody smells the same bent over the other.
As my dad used to say, when you're bent in half, it could be anyone. Man, woman, or beast.
You don't look at the fireplace, you're riding a fat girl.
Do the curtains match this brown asshole?
I've told you before, the dude I knew who had he was convinced that people's assholes and nipples were the same colour.
Okay.
And he went on this like fucking real long chat about it. Like it was like he'd done scientific research. And I remember like...
What was the scientific research? Google?
No, so he was like, I don't know, he said like, do you ever fucking know you're bucking somebody whenever you look at their nipples, same colour as their arsehole? And I just remember being like, I need to go home right now and find a mirror. Because in my case, not true at all. My nips are lovely and pink and my asshole the same colour as a guitar. Red and chapped. Distressed. It's missing a string. There's a plectrum hanging out of
it. Your asshole just looks sore all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
it doesn't even look like a hole anymore. It looks like a hillock. It's so protruding.
It's like the underside of a limb. Just fucking gooey.
If you looked at my asshole, you'd go, I think that man might be transforming into a jet. Because there's just fire.
Baboon Bartlett.
You got that red ass, you know.
You got that like he's been doing the fucking Caribbean accent all day. My name is Chet Hanks.
We got the IBS, you know.
I'm a shitting. Oh, Chad.
Chad, what a guy. What's he up to these days?
I thought I left him weights by the look
Is
of
he?
it. He's fucking jacked, man.
I'm swole, you know.
He means swole, you know. Been lifting pundy weight. That doesn't even make sense.
Blood cut, do the deep squat. Yeah.
Ass to the grass. Oh, fuck. What a terrible way for your family to fall apart. You know, you just have a totally normal family and a couple of talented kids, and then you're just like, and this fucking fella, just here, just what's he doing? Like,
me dad be Woody from Toy Story, you know.
Fetch me a drink. Me daddy got AIDS. I was actually, no, I did
Everybody lie down, Andy, he come, you know.
Pretend you did. I fucking oh my god, I was gonna say fucking lose my mouth. Oh, I'd done that video before, taking a piss out of him on the podcast, and what was one of the lines? Oh yeah, my daddy was in Philadelphia, and I was like, my daddy got AIDS. And then some fella comes in laver, he's half pissed, he's like, lad, please, will you just take my phone and record and just shout, my daddy got AIDS. And I was like, well, I can't do it here. So I took it into the comedian's bathroom and locked the door. I was like, make sure there's no one there. I was like, my daddy got AIDS.
Next up. That's fucking. I saw a
fucking shite while I'm in there.
It was TikTok last night. I was fucking scrolling through it, and there was. Do you remember the fake accent thing you did with the fucking
the flood thing?
The flood thing. And somebody, it's been shared on TikTok, but like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, fucking the gift that keeps on giving. Like,
I actually took it off YouTube.
Did you?
So I don't know where the fuck it came from. Yeah. But yeah, like people kept tagging
because
me.
you did the.
I just drew on eyebrows. Like.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
right.
I just took it off, but I mean, there's absolutely no doubt on earth that it's absolutely fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? It's
what I've said for years about that one particular video is you had that on YouTube before the interview stopped on the news, because I was watching the news and then next thing I came up on my phone and was like, no, this is phenomenal.
That was wrong though, because I thought the video was just out that day, and it turns out the video was like a year old from from like a year before. So I seen it and went, oh my god, that's absolutely hilarious. Of course, the joke was more about like the Northern Irish accent, and I think that's why we're so obsessed with it, because there are so many like mixtures of accents that, you just accept. You're like, that's fine. Oh, that guy's like Italian American. That guy's like fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is. But when it's mixed with someone from here, it's just like, oh my god,
it's never not funny.
It's
like
absolutely,
it's fucking never not funny.
Demented.
Like, and no matter what accent it is.
No,
do you know what I mean? It could be fucking anything, and it is. It's so fucking.
But you know, even
so
look
funny.
at Maureen's ma there. You know, she's full. All right, Chuck, and then she'll just be like, "That's terrible."
I was going to say, I remember Maureen's ma being like, "I got to go down to Primark and get Jodie a short."
but then her dad would have been like, you know, like real thick country accent, like, so you probably would if that was your parents.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like.
Because I've got a wee cousin who's got half a Scouse, half a Northern Irish accent, and that's pretty fucking, and a lisp. You're like, it's the most adorable shit I've ever seen in my life. It's like, Michael, what colour did you cure?
Never mind that. Have you seen me arsehole? It's battered.
It's glow in the dark.
That is cute though. Yeah, but that's my worry about Eddie growing up in the country, is like someday he's just gonna come in and be like, well, now, fucking get the spuds on there. I'm gonna fucking.
You talk normal, you can't.
You fucking speak normally, but you.
Fuck like Dolly.
I'm taking you to fucking Belfast for a fucking intervention.
We're going to Smithfield and I leave there. You don't fucking talk proper. Wait. Can't.
You fucking. I didn't even talk about it, but yeah. This is an Australian thing. I want to show you this. I don't know if you've heard of these things when you're in Australia.
Sydney man accused of catching and cooking an ibis has been freed on bail under strict conditions. A magistrate telling the Vietnamese national the ibis, often called a bin chicken, is protected and not for eating.
Where others see an ugly menace, Tom Quash saw a tasty meal. How many bin chickens did you kill?
One.
Only one?
Yeah.
Why did you kill it?
Try to eat it.
The 60-year-old was arrested yesterday after officers allegedly found a dead ibis in his Malabar unit. Neighbours raising the alarm after hearing the bin chicken in distress.
Is Malabar units also what he calls his Tommy?
He might not have eaten it. How are you going to cook it?
I just boil it up with fish sauce, something like that.
It's not the first time he's accused of killing an ibis. He was also charged in March after this incident in Eastwood, where locals intervened. The bird later found dead. Today, Quash was granted bail on the condition he leave ibis and all birds alone. Another submission that counted in Quash's favour for bail was made by his legal aid lawyer, who told the court that in Queensland it's actually legal to eat bin chickens. You going to leave the bin chickens alone now?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to touch nothing no more.
Police can check on him up to 3 times a week to make sure he's lost his appetite.
Let me smell your breath, you cunts.
Evan Batten, 7 News.
Oi, mate, have you been eating?
We're going to be checking up on him every fucking week.
I was looking at the sky earlier, saw an ibis, looked up again, wasn't there.
Let me smell your breath, mate. Let me smell it.
Blow into that.
I love the way, like, Australians are some crack the way that, like, how many times did they have to say bin chicken there?
I know.
You know?
There's fucking...
He couldn't speak. He was absolutely stuffed with bin chickens.
There's always a weird, like, fucking, like, news on 9.
Yeah.
Like, this weird fucking voice that just makes you go, I can't take any of this seriously. Like, because I remember the first day I got out to Melbourne, it must have been the 25th anniversary of the Good Friday Agreement or something. And there was a riot in Derry, and that was on the Australian news.
Really?
Like, trouble in Derry, Northern Ireland. And just some guy, like, in the middle of fucking summer here in a hat and scarf, fucking free. Yeah, I'm here beside Free Dairy Corner, and it's fucking kicking off, Chuck. These cunts don't give a fuck, mate.
I just had a bin chicken box.
Fucking great. Hey, you been chicken? I've been all right.
I'll be honest with you, see when they're like, what are you going to do, eat it? And he's like, I was going to put on fish sauce. I was like, fucking...
Sounds alright.
A couple of noodles.
The boy knows what he's talking about.
I mean, the guy's from Vietnam, he's probably like, you know, in my country, we'd have went to the back bins of the bin chicken factory and ate whatever the fuck they weren't eating.
I mean, they're pretty big birds as well. There must be good eating in them.
Well, that's it.
Do you know?
He's you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's smart.
Absolutely.
Is it?
Do you know what I mean? If it's a pest control problem,
bin chicken,
just fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna eat fucking mice. Why not, mate? There's loads of them.
But then, like, you know, they're like, in Queensland, it's actually legal to eat a bin chicken. He's like, fucking yes, yeah.
Fuck, I got the Erin Blockovich. Sorry, that was needlessly racist. I'm sorry about that.
It is mad, you know. I'd say, to be honest, if you let a wee Vietnamese cook make you probably wouldn't be able to tell if it was chicken or not.
Absolutely.
Chicken, bin chicken.
There's a place I was eating in Sydney. It was just called the Chicken Shop, and obviously I hadn't been there for about 6 months. Walked in, and so actually kind of looked like that. There's a wee old Asian dude,
yeah.
And I got these like bang chicken wrap, and I was like, this cunt remembers me. Like, I must be the only fucker that eats
it. Here he is, brave Irishman. There was a video that I had saved. Oh fuck, where the fuck did I see it? Did I save it on my phone? It was actually it was a guy reviewing like spice bags. This is the way content's moving now. It's like, who does a bag?
I haven't had a spice bag before.
My nose like fucking bleeding or something.
What
are you saying?
I've never had a spice bag, and I'm intrigued as to what the situation is.
Oh, I did save it. Right, so today, is this the one? Wait do you see this? Sorry, bear with me. I'm gonna send it to the computer because you have to see this shit. This guy's reviewing spice bags in Dublin, and this place that he goes into, you're like, how is this place allowed to be open? You wouldn't. Oh, you
wouldn't feed your bin chicken?
Oh, you fucking bastard! Yeah, you'd eat you'd eat a bin chicken before you'd eat out of this kip. We said.
Right, so today we got Green Garden and we're genuinely in the trenches for this one. So
get
drop a follow
the fuck.
for me, put me life on the line like this. I swear to God, on my ma's life, I feel like a modern day.
Let me just go back a minute here. Look at the graphics, bro. It's still dear enough. No dogs allowed in shop, only in the fucking meals.
Fucking aye. If the dog's not in the fryer, I can get out the fork.
That's a great accent. 100% beef from Ireland. Aye. Camera and all.
We don't do any of that imported beef, man. Fuck that, like. It's all fucking Irish beef, you know.
No,
it's a harmless bloke that fell in the liffey. But he had beef with him, you know what I
mean? It's a great accent.
Thank you.
I struggle with the Dublin one myself.
It's tough.
It's tough. I've worked extensively.
You have to do like a real fucking stone face.
Fucking.
I'm fucking telling you, man.
I love when places like they have an original price and they have an AGM meeting and they're like, we're gonna have to put it up to €7.
Lads, we're gonna have to start charging in euros because the pound hasn't been used for like 20 fucking years now, man.
Do you remember the pound?
But that's the last time someone came in here, Bobby.
The last meal they fucking had. God's dead.
He died on the floor. They're actually just going to heat up his spice bag, give it to some other cunt.
That's the other sign out of sight. Don't step in the fucking dead guy. When you see the rest of this.
And the boys of the NYPD choir.
If Ross Kemp ate spice bags. You know, you're in Clondalkin when you get 4 or 5 forks for the spice bag.
That
that's a
curry's
family
fucking
meal out there.
disgusting.
One thing I have to say is when you ask for it extra spicy, you get a nice little kick off this, and it's not a bad spice bag, so we will be back. But what a kip, man. So,
look at that, bro.
But then there was shit like that, well, no, I suppose they weren't that run down. You went to them, like New York, it had those weird places where it looks like a shit burger place, but it's the best food you'll ever have.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the case. I feel like the Green Garden would give you the fucking Skittles.
The last thing I ate near giving me the Skitters was something to cook myself in the house.
Seriously?
Which is just like, I had chicken in the air fryer and I took it out and I bit it. You know why people are always like, is that cooked and all? Just bite it and see. Because you can tell when the chicken's not cooked because it was like, it had a crunch to it like an apple. I was like, and then it literally just spat it back into the tray and put it in.
And then got the shits. So don't bite it, is what you're saying. Don't bite it.
Don't bite it.
Cut it.
Just overcook it.
Aye. Always overcooked chicken. Always.
Do you have an air fryer?
Not yet. I'm saving up for one.
Do you have an air fryer now? No, fuck me, guys.
I hear they must have appliance for every household.
No, but you know it is giving oven finishes to whatever you're cooking in.
Aye,
So it does it does work. You know, you can put fucking greaseproof paper down, pour pancake mix on it, put another bit of greaseproof paper,
Seen that.
and make a stack of them.
Aye,
I'll never do it, but you can do that.
I've seen a lot of like fucking chicken wings being made in.
Chicken wings are probably the best thing you can make in it because they make them dead crispy, which is quite hard to achieve normally.
I'm going to buy a wee air fryer on the way home then.
Do it. It's a lovely gift. I didn't want to show you this, but I'll just show you it. It's a guy farting midair. Now, this is another video. There's another video that I've showed Eddie, and he'd just be like, "Daddy, fart on a bike," and then I have to go like, "Come on in this next room in case your mummy sees."
Boys.
As if I die, you know, and Eddie's sitting there, be like, you know, me and my dad just spend a really good quality time together, just like we just watch fart videos quietly under a duvet, you know, and.
Sometimes he'd fart, sometimes I'd fart.
It was great times. Oh,
I've told you about the fart WhatsApp group we've been having now.
No.
So it's me and a bunch of Australian comedians, and all you're allowed to do is fart. There was one guy.
I've never felt more excluded in my life.
There was one guy in it who, before I was involved, there was a guy in it who got kicked out of the group because he was too chatty. So I'll just play you one now. Here's.
Is that a woman?
Nope.
No.
This is so. There's one. There's a legendary one. I think it was a good fucking 12-second fart. If I can just find this.
I'm sure you've put in some work in that group.
To be honest with you, they make fun of me because I've got some sort of anal stage fright as soon as it fucking. So this is the legendary one.
Sounds like a fucking bee in your ear. It's a mosquito in your fucking tent.
That was Luke Heggie, fantastic comedian. Check him out. Masking kids and shit. Like, but it's like,
you guys get the tightest arsehole on earth.
About it. Anytime anybody in the group meets up, we end up talking about how good it is for your mental health. See if you wake up in a bad mood and you go, "Oh, there's 4 new farts." You're immediately fucking good to go.
Anytime I
wake up and I know I'm gonna be.
whenever I see like you know any of our WhatsApp groups, I'm like, oh, there's some sort of scandal, you know, on the scene. But that's great when you wake up to that. It's just so like, I have loads of them to get through here.
No, there's a couple like Sean.
Get the beats on.
Sean Woodland, another takes it dead serious. He's shat himself a couple of times. Like, yeah, like. But he's like, everybody else does it in private. You can hear his kids in the background. He's just like, they're like, "Oh, Dad, stop it!" He's like,
man's got a full roadcaster set up, full sound booth, and one of them curvy things around it.
It's the best thing I've ever been involved in.
I thought you would be fucking dropping some heat in there. You've
the thing about it is like it kind of. I started getting too competitive, so I was getting like this. This is one of my good ones.
Just shoveling beans in it.
Oh, that was a good
Was
one.
that you?
Yeah. And then there's one. Sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, do you know what that sounded like?" So I think this one sounds like machine gun fire in the distance.
Is that recorded in fucking Ukraine?
I swear to God, it's the happiest I've been in my adult life.
Oh my God. That is fucking 10 out of 10. I remember a particularly quality fart of yours. We went to Glasgow. Was it to see Bill Burr or something? We were staying in the same hotel room, and we hadn't even fucking been out yet, and we'd already been pissed and hungover and had some horrific meal, and then went for naps. And I remember you sleep full like burrito style, like all fully wrapped up, and I think you had still your eyes closed. And you're like, just making some wee noise, and then literally just like, you know, one of those, you know, when like your body is at rest, and then it's just full of air, and it was just like, and then you were just like, and then snored like about a second later.
It never does make me laugh.
And it was horrific too. I don't know what the fuck. It just smelled like cold kebab.
Because I think we had a kebab in the daytime.
Like day kebabs, bro. That's how you know you're a fucking heap of shit.
You know, as long as I've been doing stand up, you know, you try to write material and fucking play with the form. Nothing makes me laugh harder than somebody just ripping a good fart. Or do you know when somebody farts and they go, oh, yeah. Every time.
Oh, it's quality. Quality. Oh, I need a rest after all that business.
Oh my God. It's there's more in there. Like there's.
Give me that fucking give me that Ukraine one again, just for the crack. A lot of squeaky, squirty farts.
There's some. I would say Cam Knight. He's got some good ones. Hang on. It's like when you're trying to steal money off your man, open the purse dead slow.
It just sounds like he's got a flick book and he's like,
"Hi."
Oh my God.
Yeah, not that good.
That's alright. That's alright.
You'll go machine gun one more time.
Just everybody shit themselves in every fart there. You should bring McCann into that fucking group.
McCann can fucking. McCann's fantastic at getting his leg up at the right time and just fucking dark.
Because that bubble has to, you know, come up through them two cheeks. So it's like, that day, that video. Did I use that material about that or something? What the fuck?
Yeah, the wee fucking tube.
That I couldn't believe I caught it on film the time when we were given that hotel room backstage in Cookstown to like as a green room basically. Aye. And he laughed he farted and laughed, and then I started laughing, and then he was just going every time he laughed. His ass needs a fucking drawstring on it. Just,
absolutely needs an MOT on that fella.
Just hanging out.
I don't know. They always I went through a phase where on our podcast where Connor was like after off camera, be like, you need to stop farting on the podcast. It's really getting weird. I would just be fucking howling laughing.
Just clattering them off that red sofa.
There'd be times where I just stop talking and he'd be like, don't, and I'm like oh, I don't want to push that third bit out.
It's like yawning. You know, you start talking about it, you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
I feel like my arse has something stuck on his teeth now.
You got the wee fucking prairie dog coming out.
The bear nose.
The bear nose.
The puppy through a fence though. I'm 36.
Yeah, we're at the age now coming up to, you know, you probably need to get a finger up your hole at one point.
When have they put that back to 50?
I don't know.
Because I might start lying about my age.
I look good for 50, don't I? Get it in.
I'd love to be in the war.
Bang, bang. Speaking of machine guns.
Can I hear something wrong with me? Why does your arse sound like a panicked duck? Well, okay. Fucking eating ducks.
The funniest part maybe ever was in the Ali G when they're rebuilding the leisure centre or something. He's like, would you want to lay a brick? And he just pulls the bags down and it just goes.
I always thought that one of the. Is it Ted? We've talked about this before. With the guy, like he's on a date, and he drops the girl home, which is like, I don't think you should come in. He's like, oh no, don't worry. And then as soon as she closes the door, he's like, oh.
I love it. That's what makes me. Have you seen a video with a girl? She's a big fat girl. She's on the night out. She just she gets the camera and she puts up their face in a cubicle and just goes, and then she goes back to the dance floor. Just leaves.
Have you seen the one? Is it a Scottish girl? She's in some kebab place. Just like
she the shite.
She's eating a shite. So fucking powder on the thing. Oh wait, don't mind if I do. It's fucking washing powder.
So Scottish to just be like, this must be open cocaine.
Yeah.
This must be house cocaine here. Oh, it's daft. Fantastic. Just big bubbles coming out of your mouth.
Mad. Fucking, your eyes have never been whiter.
Someday. Keep the whites white. Racist.
Absolutely.
Get your whites
Matt
white.
the White, here he comes.
Matt the White. I got this in Peacocks. How you doing? That used to be my favourite activity. When it was like coming into summer, was just go in the Peacocks loaded with about £28 and buy 9 shirts. Just 9 shite shirts like for the summer. Looking good.
Aye. Can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Can't beat it with a peacock.
I love an airport soundscape for farts. You know, you go in there and there's a load of businessmen just bunged up from travel.
Aye, just scuttershocking like.
Remember that time? The guy.
Oh no.
And where was that when you were doing your WhatsApp groups?
That's what happens. I never record the good ones.
You weak bitch.
That scared me.
I've had a fucking migraine for goddamn laughing. Can't
fatting in the found.
Bin chickens. Would you not move to Australia? It looked like it suited you, no? Would you not like it?
I'd love to, but I think like you couldn't really make it's hard to make a decent living as a comedian out there because it's so spread apart. So like I think somebody was telling me they've got like January to about May with all the comedy festivals. You can make a good living, there's plenty of work, but then after that it drops off and you're fucking. Because there's only really sort of 4 big cities.
Yeah.
And they're not that big for stand up like. But I feel like if I had all the money in the world, 100%.
Yeah.
Wouldn't come home at all.
I must get over.
Absolutely.
But I would need to move for a year because there's no way I could do that flight twice in like, the space of 2 months.
You can.
It would kill me.
Nah, you'd be alright.
Kill me dead.
Do you know what I mean? It's a weird one because it's like, if you do it right, I think if you fly out to the East Coast and do Melbourne, Sydney, all that sort of shit, and then finish off in Perth and then fly back from Perth because it's shorter. It's like 3 or 4 hours difference. It doesn't feel as bad on the way home.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you do any touristy bits now?
Man, I swear to God, I was drunk for 5 weeks. Every day for 5 weeks. There was one night I went home, I got into bed at 2 in the morning and I went, well done, Mick. It's 2 in the morning, you've got home early, you're stone cold sober, fair play to you. And then I thought about it and I went, I had 12 whiskies and 2 tequilas.
Nice.
And I could have drove.
Nice.
Because those Australian cunts water the booze down the fucking puff. Fucking cunts.
They probably do. Like in
the bar we were drinking, they definitely do.
Yeah.
Like, but it's weird because like, basically as soon as I finish gigging, they fly me home. So I never really have the time to do the touristy stuff.
Yeah.
And then in Sydney, I had 2 days where I only had 10-minute spots, Monday and Tuesday, and I'd planned to go like down to the beach and do all the fucking touristy shit, and it was freezing.
Oh god.
So I just go back into bed.
Yeah.
And it's like I find it hard to do all that stuff because you're gigging. Like I was gigging every day as well for the full 5 weeks.
That does spoil it,
man.
Because you're like thinking about the gig.
You just can't relax. Do you know what I mean? You can't like unless you're getting up at fucking because you're finishing up late. Come back a couple of drinks and you're not getting up at fucking 7 to be like, right, let's
Up and on.
Let's go look at the fucking Opera House again. Plus, like, there's only so many touristy things you can do in the cities. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's the Opera House, there's the bridge, there's a beach, like, you'd want to get, into the outback.
Touch a koala.
Aye, into the bush.
Get murdered in the bush.
Aye, absolutely. Go pet a dolphin.
Aye.
Is that a dolphin?
Run over a few kangaroos.
Yeah. I've seen a load of dead kangaroos over the years as well. Never seen a live one.
Really?
Yeah, but they are just on the side of the road, just fucked. Like,
it would absolutely destroy your car if you had a kangaroo.
They're fucking meaty boys. Like,
that video of the guy fucking digging it. Do you remember
that? Is there two different two different not breeds species? Because there's the wee fucking Skippy the bush kangaroo boys, and then there's the big fucking bull cunts.
Yeah.
Like, the guys that look like a Hemsworth.
Yeah.
You go, what's his fucking workout regime?
Yeah.
Like,
cunts on creatine.
Yeah.
What's your
fucking pre-workout, cunt?
They do fucking
100%. When their shoulders and triceps, they're just fucking.
I'm
fucking jacked, cunt.
Got those wee arms though.
I can't even fucking bounce anymore. I'm so fucking swole. Kangaroids.
Kangaroids. Oh, Jesus. How long have we talked for there now? Do we do some questions? By 50. We'll do a couple of questions. Would you be up for answering all these, and we'll come back? We'll do a couple.
Cool, man. See what you can do.
Do a couple, and then we might stop and do it out of Patreon.
Oh,
you up for it?
Oh,
you up for it? No, I don't know. Fucking split them up. Can't have people. Favorite set of tits you've seen in a major motion picture that has stuck with you through the years?
In a motion picture, can we use TV series as well?
Can we use porn on porn?
Because obviously Alexander Daddario.
Oh yeah, that's the
up
best.
there.
That's the True Detective.
Emily Ratajkowski and fucking Gone Girl.
Oh,
that's a good set of milkers.
Oh,
you don't see them, but Jamie Lee Curtis and True Lies. Do you know the bit? Take it off slowly.
I haven't seen that.
Dance for me slowly. You ever seen that?
No.
It's great. Very, very, very well put together woman.
Oh, she's athletic.
Even now, very beautiful.
No.
As in her hundreds or whatever age is.
Is that the one that was in Everywhere Always Fast and
I haven't seen that.
Furious at once?
Everywhere Always Fast and Furious. She was in that, wasn't she? Aye, she's in Halloween and all that shit.
But they shitted her up a bit in that movie, didn't they? Made her look worse than she looks.
Yeah. She looks fantastic for.
Do we Google?
Oh, we look. She just looks like a very beautiful woman. Very intelligent, very funny woman as well.
What's the best cock you've seen in a film?
Just for my own sanity, Tom Hardy and Bronson, because it was just a wee normal Willie.
Small penis.
I was like, that's
yeah.
nice to see, just a wee.
But it goes to show you how attraction works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because women want just like the whole part. You know, he's sexy, good body, cool guy, loves dogs, penis, whatever.
Aye.
Do you know what?
Well, we can deal with that.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if the penis is, I mean, unless it's absolutely laughable, I don't think it's a big deal breaker with women.
Yeah, I agree.
Could you be a monter with an absolute hog and they're just like,
aye,
no thanks.
Yeah. Well, that's like any of my female friends that I've talked to about the old willies. A lot of them will go, "You'll take a big dick, a big giant one once just to see if you can."
Aye.
And then be all, "Do you know what? It's not that great."
Yeah, it's probably like cars or something. You're like, oh, it's fun to drive a big fast one,
Aye.
but I have to drive this cunt every day. So
yeah,
I'll
absolutely.
get something.
I'd rather have something reliable.
I'll get something. Is this done for me slowly?
No, so I type in True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis. True
So that's
Lies.
her now. You know.
Do you know what I mean? Still a very beautiful older woman.
Handsome old man.
Right? Type in Jamie Lee Curtis True Lies.
True Lies. Am I actually writing tits here?
No, just it should. If you go down, go left. See, like the third row.
Here?
Yeah.
There you have it.
Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic.
Fantastic scene in the movie as well.
I've seen your tits in the movies.
I'll blow your back.
Those are my titties. Fair play to him. Do you remember that show? What was it? Was the show called like? Was it called like Love and Sex or something? What the fuck was it called? It was on Netflix where there was a famous scene everyone was talking about where the husband is like stalking the girl's ex or something,
right?
To see what sort of lifestyle he has, and he follows him to the gym, and the guy was in the showers, and he just is an absolute
that big
hammer on
fucking
him.
yeah.
Which
And
I do.
that was that guy's real dick as well, wasn't it? Was that
That's what they say. I don't think so. I don't think it was.
Because it was giant. It was fucking.
Not we've been over this, but not being a hater, but it was like I just don't think. I don't think it doesn't look real. It doesn't look real to me.
Aye.
Unfortunately.
Because there's that thing, isn't it? Like,
which is fine. You know, it was just like it was
cartoonishly big. Like,
it wasn't even the size. It was just like everything, the texture, the weirdness. It just didn't look like a real dick.
Second on there, see.
Okay. Can you remember what the show was called now?
No.
Just type in giant Netflix dick. I guess.
I type it in, it's already purple.
You're telling me.
It is purple. That's why I'm doubting the realness of it. John, not safe for work. Sex/life, right? Sex. Where's the fucking slash in this bitch? Life.
Hanging below that fella's belly button, by the looks like. That's the slash in there. That's where you pee from. It's your belly.
Penis.
You're William.
You gonna show me it or what? What was fucking gonna go down filter? What? Why can't I see the cock? Why can't I see it?
Do you type in
videos?
Maybe.
What looks like a site that would show me this? Men's health. Wait, have I got some sort of goddamn firewall on this or something? Anyway, the guy.
We'll look it up when we get home.
I just don't think it was real.
No.
It just didn't look real, and not even really a size thing. It just looked. It looked like a painted prop penis, and then very abrupt pubes that would tell me that that's where the join was.
Ah, yeah, makes sense. I mean? Yeah.
The guy's got not a hair on his body, and then dense blonde pubes.
Yeah,
you know, where they've just went.
Stuck
it on there. You know what I mean?
On this wee micro.
Just screwing it in. You can get that. I was buying McCartney that big hole, and you can get a thing where you just put your dick in the back of a big dick.
Oh, fuck, interesting.
You know what I mean?
Aye.
The extender. It's an extender. but like
this week on Top Gear, Hammond has got the extender.
He crashed it. But it's like
James may as well.
Well, there's a fanny at the back of it, like, you know,
right.
It feels good when you put your dick in it.
Aye.
And then she's like, oh, finally, big cock.
But imagine you put it in, you're all, you should probably go home.
You've been like this.
This is weird, but this feels nicer.
Or imagine you just, you're trying to spice up your sex life and you're having just real boring bucking. You're like, oh my God, well, try this. And you just slide it on your cock and you're like, oh!
Get out!
Get out! Get out of my house! You shake it empty and be like, that's your turn.
Take the kids. I don't care.
See you later.
Get out. Leave. Be gone. Exeunt, wife.
Shout out to Jay Bergen for sending us that question. You pervert. Let me see.
Is there any other dicks you see on?
The way they show man dicks is usually in a really gritty, like real life scenario. Like some prison drama or something. You never really.
Yeah.
It's never in a sexy way. It's always like, oh, they stripped all these prisoners naked.
Because do you not see Bradley Cooper's dick in some movie? He's in a bath. What's that fucking thing called?
Penis?
No, Bradley Cooper. What was the movie he was in?
The Googles that are going on today.
I know.
Is unbelievable. Oh yeah, William Dafoe.
Is he packing a hog, isn't he?
Man's got a burrito on him.
He looks like he's got a big old schlong on too. Like
it's a big there's a bit where she's. Have you seen it? Yeah. I'm going in an arty period when I was in fucking uni. We watched all that shit, Magnolia and fucking all bollocks.
Because they had full actual real sex with them.
Yeah, the opening scene is just cock going in the vag like that. Boom.
Fucking hell.
Credits rolling. Boom.
YouTube it there.
Boom. Boom. Well, actually, fucking opening scene. Antichrist. Opening scene. And then I think that woman done a whole pile of bucking movies, didn't she?
Yes. Do you remember there was one? There's a thing on Netflix called, was it Nymphomaniac or something?
Same director.
That's what it was, actually. Yeah.
Because I remember like being like, what's that? Like fast forwarding through it to see what the storyline was. You know what I mean? And just this doll on the train with a big mouthful of jizz.
Yeah.
But it looked like quite the load. I thought to myself, that's props.
Hidden by safe search. I've got a safe search on.
Let's bring that back. Now that we've got equality, let's bring back gay.
The one day he doesn't have a fucking FAP 18. It sounds like a. Right, here we go. Don't show us now for fucking. This is the opening scene. Defoe is.
I thought that was the shower scene from American History X.
It's not far off. Cinema.
Jesus wept.
Look at the balls undulating. Gadoosh. Toothbrush hitting the deck. I mean, beautiful. Absolute cinema. What frame?
Still getting hired by Disney to play a fucking.
What faps per second are you talking there? 120?
Tell you what, never mind the Green Goblin. She's been goblin, huh? Goblin Willem Dafoe's cute. What was we Arsenal for playing him?
Oh,
is it a washing machine?
Oh, what?
Washing machines live longer with Calcom. This is going to be the most
terrible audio to listen to.
Delicate wank I ever have when I get home.
Fucking.
Well, light candles and shit.
Oh, there she is, fingering a box of herself.
Jesus Christ, she's going for it too.
It looks like she lost something in there.
I think that's just itchy.
Wait till we get to the old bloody wank bit.
What?
There's a bit where she's fucking. I think it's like a dream or something she's having, or a nightmare. Look at him just thrusting and busting. Defoe. Good douche. Fair play to him. He's wiry. That wouldn't look good if I was doing it. Anyway, I don't know. But yeah, there's a bit where she's like pulling him out. He does have a big fat pipe on him, like, and then he like jizzes blood.
I don't want to play anymore. I want to go home.
But amazingly shot. Shaft. Undulating bollocks. Gadoosh.
Audi.
Savage. Where would you get away with posting that? Vimeo? Like
Voxburn dick technique.
Like if you actually made like really cinematic but pornographic ads for things,
I mean, I smell a video coming up.
I smell a video.
The new JML dick cleaner. It's just a woman.
Oh,
Clit bang.
Oh, anyway, Jesus Christ, fucking. There's a one-way street when me and you are doing a podcast. The best way to get blood off your clothes, please. Sorry, shut up. Are you still using the driving gloves, Mick?
I'm not. No, I'm all back to normal.
Right, that's good. What a shame. Are you gonna stick with the TT forever? Or are you gonna get a more spacious car?
I like the TT, man. It's perfect for
my needs.
Do you know what I mean? Big boot, big. I like my cars like my women. Black, well, big boot.
Road out.
When I said big boot, I mean a club foot. Not
a big ass.
Not a big ass. I'm not a misogynist. Black and reasonably priced.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Full of diesel? No. 2 seats. Automatic.
Well, gents, Kieran was saying on his podcast you were messaging him. What? Messaging Mickey about getting punched in the arm. You up for it if one of NI's boxers is willing to dig you? Same question to Colin.
Absolutely not.
Nah?
What a stupid thing to do. Absolutely not.
I mean,
Sean McComb lightly jabbed me on the forehead when we were fucking doing the white collar training, and I was terrified.
God,
there's no way in fucking hell. I remember, I always feel like I'm repeating myself in this. I remember remember Marty Rogan, the boxer from here? We were doing a pilot for the BBC NI together, and he had a fight coming up, and there was like one point he was doing all the kind of, it was like he was trying to sell tickets to the fight even to us, but he was just amped the whole way fucking through the thing. And one of the comedians was like, do people just ask you to punch them all the time? And he's like, constant. As soon as the fight's over, he's like, I'll be in a pub, someone's like, go and fucking hit me in the arm. And he looked at me and went, Mickey, see if you asked me to punch you in the arm. He's like, I could break your arm. And I was like, I didn't ask you any of that. I wouldn't even think of it. I don't want to play.
I wasn't even there.
Yeah, and that was like, obviously of boxing now, so I know the difference. Well, you wouldn't fucking get me.
You wouldn't fucking touch me.
Too fast, mate.
You wouldn't put a piece of leather on me.
Like, they call me the ejaculator because I come so quick.
I mean,
that's nothing to do with boxing.
There's something terrifying about like being up close to a fighter.
Aye.
Because they definitely, you know, are different sort of people.
100%. Like,
a couple of boys next door, and like they tell you like, oh, I fight at middleweight, and you're like looking at them like, how do you fight at middleweight?
Aye.
Like you're about fucking 16 stone, heads like you know, just big.
Aye.
Fucking head like.
I remember like when with Sean McComb, especially when you like, I was watching him sparring Shane, I think, and you kind of watching it going, he doesn't move that fast, like but it's only because when you're watching from afar, you're not taking it all in.
Yeah.
And he'd be standing in front of you, and then all of a sudden he just goes like you just see him do that, and he's behind you.
Yeah.
And you're like,
but that's also because he's sparring with you know, two fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like if he's fighting another fighter, he probably move better. But he's probably, it's like putting fucking, you know, Max Verstappen in your fucking family car. He'd fucking, you know what I mean? He'd be getting sucked off and texting at the same time. Anyway, we'll call it a day on these questions. We'll answer the rest on the Patreon, shall we? Let's do it. Micky Bartlett will be in every gig around the country. I filled in for you in your podcast while you were away.
Aye, thanks very much.
I don't think it's getting released. I haven't seen it yet. But
it'll be on the Patreon.
It's on the Patreon. Get on the Patreon. Get on all the Patreons.
No.
Deck chairs and yums. Fucking this one. Bomb squads.
That's enough.
Get all over it.
Aye, plenty.
You're talking £15 a month.
Aye, I mean, Netflix is making you all. Here, do you live here? Just give it to Patreon. Like.
Aye, give it to us. It's well spent.
Aye, 100%.
Everyone's
an air fryer if you.
Everyone's in an Audi.
Aye.
Niall's got an Audi.
You an Audi now as well.
Sorry, Jesus Christ.
Fucking Rishi.
Right, cheers for coming on, Mick. We'll see you next time. General Banter, or patreon.com/General Banter, conguest.com for tickets. And by the time you hear this, tickets will be announced for the SSE Arena.
Lovely.
And if you're listening on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, the tickets will be on sale on Friday. And if you're on the Patreon, early bird tickets on Thursday as well. Get a hold of the good seats.
That's what you want. Good seats.
Floor seats at the Knicks.
Yeah. Ringside, baby.
Right, guys, take her easy. We're to Google more tits and films.
Let's do that.
All the best. Bye. See you guys.